Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 135-111 win, Ryker, and I am a mixed bag of emotions. I'm happy the Raptors won, then you're sad that the tank is off kilter a little bit. You're happy to see Lowry go out on such a high note, then you realize it's potentially this man's last game in a Raptors uniform. From all accounts, it's going to be him and Norm's final games. Ryker, explain your emotion, your thought process right now, because this is too overwhelming.
It started with laughter because I saw in the comment section, suck for Suggs, which is better than fade for Cade. I was disappointed tuning into this game because we finally found a direction, right? It's be bad for a season, get a pick, build around the core. And this leaves a little bit of room to believe that if you were only 5 games out of 4th seed coming into this one, maybe there's time left for one little push for the playoffs, which I think we had already come to terms with trading away Kyle Lowry, trading away Norman Powell potentially. So
I have not come to terms with trading away Kyle Lowry or Norman Powell.
I made the point.
We made the videos. We made the videos.
He wants $50 million over the next
Ryker,
2 years,
stop
Ben.
with these logistics. Get
your value back for the man while you can. All right, that's where my emotions are, Ben. Clearly, we're getting heated up already, and there's somebody who's about to come in with more energy, even hotter, even more fired up. So cue the segment, Ben.
Technical foul. Nick Nurse just got a technical foul.
Sean, what's got you pulling out your hair?
Gentlemen, we won a game, and it is bittersweet. And let me tell you this. I have to make a correction, and I'm sorry. With peace and love, I am sorry. Last game, I told you that it would be Kyle Lowry's last game, and I apologize because obviously, clearly he was plus 42 in the game today, not the last game. But this is, ladies and gentlemen, his last game. And what I'm heated up about is that none of the people on the Raptors Mount Rushmore will be on the Raptors anymore. I'm talking about Kyle, Vince, Kawhi, and DeMar. That is the Raptors Mount Rushmore. That's not a shams bomb.
Siakam over Vince.
I'm telling you, listen, Vince, don't
OG
over
Vince.
Don't disrespect Vince. He put
Terrence Ross over Vince.
He put basketball in the map in Canada, Sir Ben. And I will tell you this. No, good for the Raptors. They won a game. Good for Kyle Lowry. He didn't play great, but he got a plus 42. I mean, what else you want to say? Powell's, in terms of interest, in terms of teams, he's in the teens. Like there's like 15 teams interested in Powell. This is all good. Everything is good in the world. So I'm not heated up today. I'm seeing the positive. And with that, guys, I'm from a company called YourMd.ca here in Canada. We're a digital health startup. And one of the things that we're doing is we're helping guys that are losing their hair with hair loss treatments. There's a code there, Raptors, YourMd.ca/Raptors Digest. That's what we help guys with. And I'm sharing love. It's all positivity today, guys. It's all good in the world. Before we were going to get on, Sir Ben there was a tear coming down his eye. And so, just be a little bit light.
You're the opposite of the Walmart Raptors. You're the Walmart Raptors antithesis. You're coming in with just positive energy here, Sean. And I'm hearing double or nothing for calling Kyle Lowry's last game, because obviously if it's not his last game, then he's playing out the season with the Toronto Raptors, i.e. we're losing our value for the man. So you're officially calling it?
Can I just interrupt for a second? Where can I get the Walmart Raptors? Like, which Shopify site can I get the Walmart Raptors shirt? That's what I want to know.
Dude, that's a straight Raptors Digest original. We're just teasing it for now. We're teasing it. We're gauging interest on it. So it'll come full circle. Sean, YourMd.ca, he's coming at us with again, an anti-Walmart Raptors. He's coming in with a positive take, calling last game for Kyle Lowry. Again, this is with mixed emotions because it seemed like a sure thing. Rockets lost 20 in a row. They beat the Toronto Raptors. Surely we're tanking, we're trading everybody. Now we're trading people on a high. We're not going to trade them, Ben. I don't know how to decipher this one.
Riker, you came into this one. I've collected my emotions a little bit, and I wanted to play this. We saved the segment. Shout out to Tyson. He's doing great work with the animations. I want to play this little segment we got going. It's going in front of our heads. I'm not sure how loud it is. I turned down the volume to make sure it's not too loud. But the Raptors got the win, and we got to celebrate the Raptors getting a W, not having the losing streak. We got the balloons. We got Drake going everywhere. Right? It's exciting times. So we're celebrating the careers of Norman Powell and Kyle Lowry as Toronto Raptors. And again, watching the end of this game, this is going to be an emotional roller coaster of a podcast, right? We're happy, we're sad at times. We're happy we got this win. And you said, we got to trade the guys on a high, right? It's an exciting time because you look at the Rockets game and you're just deflated. You're depressed. You're like, okay, just end this era right now. It's looking bad. It's looking tough. But the fact that we ended it off on a proper ending, on an emotional high, right? I'm excited. And even if it affects the tank, even if it's an extra win to the win column and we're on the way down, right? You take that because that's how Kyle Lowry, Norman Powell deserve to be put off, right? And to keep it, because we're going up and down on these emotional highs and lows, right? I was ecstatic. I was hyped to see the Raptors end off this one. I thought it was a great game. And then headed to the locker room, Riker, we saw this. We saw Kyle Lowry walking out. This screenshot right here, right? The screen's covering both of us, Riker. So, but look at his eyes, man. Look at his eyes. He said, "Peace out." Man, you came into this one fired up, heated up. How can you look at this guy's face right now and be ecstatic, Riker? I don't know. I'm throwing him back on the screen.
Yeah, put him up. I'm pulling it up on my phone so I see it. Yeah. This is what I'm going to say. We have 350 and growing in the viewing this right now in the viewing party. So pop into the like section. We're on the road for 20K. But this is what people want to hear. This is what people are here to speculate about because trade deadline, it closes tomorrow at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern, probably 3 p.m. Eastern. It's typically on Eastern time, which means we now have less than a day until Kyle Lowry is laced up to finish the season as a Raptor or he's gone. And we've followed the news, we followed the Woj bombs, and
what is it want him to be traded? Do you still?
Yes. He's asking for $25
no,
million
I agree,
for 2
but when
years.
I see this picture,
He's
bro,
on the twilight of his
when I see
career.
this picture, I say, give this man $400 million per year. That's what I say.
I don't want to trade Norman Powell, but there's 15 suitors for Norman Powell. Woj says it's not it's not if, but where. It's a confirmation. It's a done deal that Norman Powell is shipped off. Makes no sense to me. He's the only consistent player, right? But if we are taking that verbatim, right, taking it for fact that he is gone, then why are you also keeping Kyle Lowry? Because the deal that's on the table in Duncan Robinson, Achua, and picks, take it. Take that for Kyle Lowry. That's a fantastic deal. And if you can schmooze or you can maneuver Hero into the mix, then you've won that trade without a doubt, hands down. You put the man into a win now situation with his boy Jimmy Butler in Miami. That's the move. For people listening right now, I would imagine that they would agree, but probably because I'm saying it, they'll all disagree. But then that's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's so tough because you and I were on board with the Lowry trade, Lowry moving and stuff prior to today, 4 hours ago. But then I'm gonna keep going back to here. We got the happy segment playing, but I see this picture and I get really sad. I just say, pay the guy, do this, do that, right? But I'm gonna keep flashing that progressively throughout the podcast. But I'm in complete agreement with you. If you move on from Lowry logistically, it makes sense. He wants $25 million over the next couple of years. He's an older guy. Yes, he's aging like fine wine, but that's a really tough contract to give out. And
that's tough.
Yeah, it's a very tough thing to provide as a Raptors team. And obviously this guy deserves to get paid. And for a team that's right now not in championship stature, right? And we have a guy that plays his position, right? Maybe he'll provide that value to a team like the Miami Heat, but right now it currently wouldn't be worth it for the Toronto Raptors. So logistically, everything you said makes sense, and I completely agree with everything you said regarding Norman Powell. I don't know why we are trading him. I don't think it's smart. I don't really think it's the right move. I think we should pay him, see what happens. Now, we'll see what we get back. Masai Ujiri could easily prove both of us wrong and get a trade that we haven't even concocted, right? In our thousands of trade machines we've drafted and you guys have drafted over the past few days. But, Riker, the one thing that has shifted my perspective, and maybe it's just the Pacers being dumb, being annoying and stupid, Nate Bjorkgren trying to get one back on Nick Nurse, but they came out and said that they just openly said they're gonna overpay. I'm giving the DeMarre Carroll Gold Star out right now to the Indiana Pacers because they came out and said they're gonna overpay for Norman Powell in free agency this summer. They want to give him a complete bag, so maybe it just wouldn't be worth it if the Pacers are going to come out here with something that we thought the Knicks would give to Fred VanVleet last summer, right? A $30 million contract for Norman Powell or something like that.
Well, why did we sign to a max contract Pascal Siakam? Because of external market pressures. You know somebody was going to give him that money.
Yep.
Never in your Raptors fandom ever doubt that Pascal Siakam would have got maxed out by another team.
1,000%.
I know people like to say we've paid him too much. He's getting too much for a max contract. It's a bad max contract. But don't doubt for a second another team would have paid him that same amount. Same thing could happen to Powell. Same thing was probably why we paid Fred VanVleet $22 million rather than 15 to 18. But hey, it is what it is. They all deserve it. Get value for the guys if there's value on the table. And if 15 teams are competing, my God, you should be able to get some sort of haul back for him.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. Half the league. Apparently, Chris Mannix came out and said half of the NBA, that's 15 teams, want to acquire Norman Powell. So Masai Ujiri definitely has his pick of the litter. He could probably get something that we don't even think about right now. But just on face value, in terms of the rumors we've heard and some of the teams brought up, we haven't seen anything that really gets us going. No Tyler Heroes or anything.
They're all Walmart trade scenarios, Ben. They're all Walmart.
Woj.
Woj is getting the hard Walmart title. He's also getting the Walmart hat because he's saying that Lowry, he's going to go to the Lakers. Of course, the Lakers are one of only 3 teams in the NBA that can't trade picks. So what are the balancers? You're going to get Schroeder back on his last year for Lowry. You know, he's saying that that Norman Powell's as good as gone. Walmart Rose. So anyways, Ben, let's swing to the segments. We can only
time out. We haven't talked about this game at all yet. So we gotta briefly talk about the stats of these guys. Pascal Siakam, 27 points, 8 rebounds. Huge bounce back game for Pascal, especially with all the talk of being fined and not being fined and fighting with Nick Nurse and all those crazy things happening. So really nice bounce back game for Pascal. Obviously tonight isn't about Pascal, it's about Lowry and Norm. And OG had a 23-point night, 6 rebounds. Anything really stand out from 2 of those guys for you, Riker?
Dude, I was just reading the comment section so hard. What did you say about who was the players? And I'll respond to them.
OG and Pascal, they were good. Any
lights out.
Yeah.
Pascal Siakam, he started the first quarter so hot. He was 3 for 3, or he made 3 threes in the first quarter. He was doing it all against Nikola Jokic, who is fantastic big man. You got to like what you saw from the guys. But again, it's like, well, slow down, pump the brakes, guys. We're trying to lose here now. You can't be starting this good against the team that is literally the inverse of our record in 28 and 18.
Yeah, no, that's fair, and obviously, but for the send off to the 2 guys, right? I'm putting that picture up again. Look at the goat. It makes me sad just showing the pictures of Siakam or of Lowry there. I can't even look at that and speak coherently. But you needed to win that game. The last game for Kyle Lowry couldn't have been a Houston Rockets blowout after they just lost 20 straight. We needed a win against the MVP of the league this year, likely. So shout out to him. Fred played good. The night isn't about those guys. Boucher played well. Powell Watson hit some threes off the bench tonight. Bembry hit some shots. So again, it's a lot of stuff that I don't think is necessarily sustainable from what we've seen over the course of this year, right? This isn't representative. This isn't an indication that this team would necessarily bounce back just because they beat the Nuggets. They were hot from 3. We still had the same problems. We got killed on the rebounding. Our bench, outside of Paul Watson hitting threes, which is the first game this season he's done that, right? It was still looking a little bit shady. Wasn't the greatest of performances, but Lowry had 9 assists, 8 points. Norman Powell 22 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. I thought that was all good, but Riker, we've talked about the box score. We talked about the
Wait,
players.
before we go to the segments, I'm seeing one person, Terry Wang, said, bro, I just bought a Lowry jersey a month ago. Hold on to that, my man.
Yeah.
You don't need to go burning Lowry jerseys, even if he gets traded. This is on his terms. We are appeasing Lowry here. He is going to come back. He is committed to coming back for a 1-game contract to finalize his career in, as a Raptor.
It's a legendary jersey.
Oh yeah, it's only going to appreciate over time. Hold on to that jersey. Don't worry about it. Other guys are saying, can you say suck for Suggs? That's hilarious. That's better than Fade for Cade. I don't know who either of them are, to be honest. I'm not watching college basketball. And then finally, people are saying, just cry, man. You guys seem on the verge of tears. Just let it out. It's going to happen after the podcast, dude.
I got the picture back up of Lowry. I was crying a little bit, like mildly, before this podcast. I'm just staring at the photo right now. I can't even talk. But before we swing into the segments, we have a lot of stuff. But the all-female broadcast striker.
Oh yeah, true.
I thought it was really, these sorts of things. I think they can go one way or another, right? When it's a new situation, it's influential. These types of things. But I thought it went really well for the Raptors and stuff. Like I thought they were good announcers. They talked about the game really well, gave some really good insights. Specifically, Kia Nurse. I thought she was a natural at it. What were your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah, Kia Nurse has some fantastic play-by-plays this one. I'm curious what people in the comment section, pointing at it now, people in the comment section think about this, because it is interesting. I mean, this is history making and having an all-female broadcast. And like you, I thought that they didn't stumble on their words. They knew exactly what to talk about. They have fantastic, in-depth basketball knowledge, and it's really hard to string together consistent conversation without stumbling on your words, without feeling like you're repeating yourself, and just keeping the rhythm of the conversation going. So they did a great job for being tossed in there. Mm-hmm. The one thing that I will say is, I know you said your dad liked it, that they didn't try to fill in all the idle time with random chit chat. I'm so accustomed to the Maddie and Jack and Leo idle chat about Jack missing going to restaurants, all of that, I wanted a little bit more, just a little bit more of their personalities to shine through. But for the first time, man, it was incredible. It was great.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a chemistry thing too. Matt and Jack and Leo, they've been doing it for 25, 20, 30 odd years. So maybe they do it more often. They'll happen. And honestly, if the Raptors are beating the Nuggets, who are 26-18 on a tremendous run, right, with the all-female broadcast, ride it out. See how many wins we could get. Because if we win games like this with them, who knows? Maybe it's...
Dude, here's a question.
Yep.
Are Matty D and Jack leaving with Kyle if he gets traded?
Yo, if we get back Hero... It is what it is.
If Matty D and Jack were included in the trade package, I'd straight up become a fan of whatever team they got traded to. I couldn't be a Raptors fan without at least having Jack on the broadcast every now and then.
Bro, maybe you and I could apply for some play-by-play stuff.
Dude, you and me, Kia Nurse, whoever else was on the broadcast, that'd be a spicy group, dude.
Spicy P group. Anyways, we're rambling. Thought it was some good stuff. But tonight, the spicy P lay of the day, brought to you by, right? The segment's still playing, so we can't see the hot sauce. I got it here, Riker. Roja Jungle Spice, some Tiger's Milk. You got the T-shirt pulled up, Riker, right? Show that front, right? I had some of this in some craft dinner today. Some craft dinner and hamburger meat.
You burn your mouth off?
It was delicious, bro.
Oh, it's so good. Good.
I know we're sponsored by it, so people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's cheese, whatever." Blah. But like, some hot sauces aren't good. That was good.
That's true.
This
one, because it incorporates the sweetness into it. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Anyways, we don't need to plug it too hard, or people will think we're just selling out. I'm taking my dab. I'm making my bid for Pascal Siakam to come on and do some hot sauce with us. What was your spicy Pele of the night, Ben?
I don't know. Just seeing shots go down. That was the big thing for me. There wasn't any plays. I'm definitely missing some stuff. Obviously, to be fair, I had this game on in the background while writing an essay, so I may have missed some things. But just seeing the guys hit some threes and stuff, that was big for me. Do you have any ones in mind, Riker?
Oh, there was one play, and I'm not gonna remember what it was, but the passing was just so clean, so crisp.
Mm-hmm.
It's picturesque to when they would show prime Golden State Warriors just passing the ball around the point, drive and kick, reminiscent of that. It finished up with Norman Powell getting, a wide open corner three.
Actually,
you don't
yes,
typically
I did see that.
ball movement. It gets idle a lot as of the past 10, 11 games. Have you found that? Like, there's not the ball
It looked
movement's
like
not really
Raptors
there.
basketball tonight. That was the big
Yeah.
thing, right? When you're watching it, because this is how we usually play. It's we spoke it to death. We haven't really said in a couple of years, but the Nick Nurse offense, Riker, the ball is flowing, the ball is moving, right? It's fallen out of our vocabulary, and especially in the past couple months, it just really hasn't been there. So it was nice to see a return of that again tonight. Right, but not all.
Kobe Bryant, 24 Legends Never Die. That's the username. Says
Okay.
Riker and Ben should make a Heat Digest if Lowry leaves. Should we make Raptors and Heat Digest and just run them both so we can follow out Lowry's career?
I will say this. We will react to every game that the Heat have in the playoffs if we don't make it and the Heat are in the conference finals. Surely.
Oh, yeah.
We will be doing
absolutely.
game reactions just like this. We will be jumping on the bandwagon. And I've heard crazy rumors, not Woj reports, but crazy rumors that potentially DeMar DeRozan could be going to the Heat as well. DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler. I'm a fan of all those guys. Not the biggest fan of the Heat, but it's if they get those guys, we'll be reacting.
We'll absolutely be reacting, Ben. Oh, geez.
Yeah, not all plays can be the spicy Pele of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And I've brought it up a lot already on this fine podcast, right? This picture made me say, oh, geez. But before that, right, Norman Powell was forced to do an exit interview, and he had the teary eyes a little bit going, like the wet eyes, chopping onions, speaking. I think it was Kayla Gray interviewing him, and she openly said, like, how do you play with the trade rumors? Like, oh, I just do my best. I get paid to play basketball. I'm just...
Dude, that's heavy. Heavy on the heart, dude.
And we've talked about Lowry. The Raptors GOAT. The Raptors this. He's the legend. Right? His jersey's back here. But Norman Powell has had an underrated Raptors career. He's won us playoff series, the Bucks conference finals, the Bucks when we were in the first round and DeMar had that finishing dunk. And as a rookie, that Pacers first round where he came out of nowhere and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals because of him. Norm's a legend. Norm is an underrated legend. Is he a top 10 Raptor of all time?
He was only good this season, Ben. He was on the verge of being cut last season.
No, he was good last year. He averaged like 16 points per game. He was averaging like a 20 piece for the second half of last year. And I'm talking playoff
he was
performances.
scrapping
You
for
are
minutes.
tripping.
He was scrapping for minutes.
I want to hear the chat.
Last season, we thought this might be it for Norman Powell. Because he had worked his way back into the rotation, and then he found his way back out of it again. There was a stretch of 15 games last season where he averaged less than 10 minutes per game.
No,
He didn't know what his role was.
You're tripping last season. You're saying 2 years ago. Last season, this guy was the longest reigning player of the week. That was last season. Yeah!
No!
He was player of the week the week prior to the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. But that was the last season before the bubble. Anyways, Ben, maybe. It's up for debate. It's subject for debate.
Is he a top 10 player? Throw it in the chat.
The chat?
Where?
Throw it in the chat. Get into the like section if you think he is a top 10. But don't dislike if you don't think he's a top 10. I've caught on to you guys.
Right, we haven't been... That's why we get dislikes.
The one, the only, the Damari Carroll.
We gotta plug it. We've been forgetting to plug it. We were doing so good for a while, and help us out. We reached 18K subs. I'm playing that now. We have a reason to have the celebration balloons going, right? Get the little TikTok dances going. We made it to 18K, but the road is to 20K subscribers, guys. So that's when you'll see Ryker and I play one-on-one. Right, it'll be exciting, it'll be crazy, they're always heated. So tell your friends, right, if you want to see some trades, if you want to see some stuff, right, it's fun stuff. You want to, like, get into the like section, subscribe, it really helps us out. Riker, do you want to do any more plugging before we go to the Gold Star?
550 watching right now. Again, appreciate it. We love reading the comment section now.
Yep. But
the one, the only, the Damari Carroll Gold Star Award for worst performance in this game, Ben, I don't know who it goes to. This is tough. This is tough. Can we give it to today for maybe being the last day? for maybe being the final time that we've seen Kyle Lowry in a Raptors
It's
uniform.
going to Masai Ujiri if we trade Norman Powell for Dudu. It's going to Masai if that happens. Because
there's a placeholder. There's just a spot open. The Gold Star has not been awarded yet. It's just being reserved. And if we wake up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. from a notification
initialized the variable, right?
from
We haven't
TSN
pointed it yet, but it's initialized.
If Woj wakes us up in the middle of the night, breaking news, Norman Powell's been traded for Spencer Dinwiddie, that Gold Star is going straight to him. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that is facts. I could give it to Malachi. He takes some weird shots, man. The thing about Malachi, he's smooth. You see him play that jumper, it's like it's got that Terrence Ross aesthetic, you know, where it's gorgeous. You see it, you salivate a little bit. You're like, ooh, that's a wet jump shot, right? But then he's just bricking. He's shooting shots with guys in his face. He's a dribbler. He drives in, but he doesn't seem to get that creation going yet. I don't know. He went 0 for 4 from the field tonight, 0 for 3. Malachi, have any impressions on you in his 6 minutes? Because I've been tougher on Malachi. We weren't that tough on him for a while, but then his dad came out chirping. So we have to really critique this guy now. Any thoughts?
You've been highly critical on Malachi Flynn. People are shouting out to Aaron Baines as well. Don't know if you have that animation loaded up, but Aaron Baines, he's just out there, right? You'd expect that this is a matchup where he'd actually play more often, having to defend against Nikola Jokic, but obviously they were able to make fine work of the Denver Nuggets without him. So that's it. I don't want to be too critical when the Raptors snap their 9-game losing streak by beating a team that is at the top of the Western Conference, or at least in the middle top of the Western Conference, handily. Right? You have to give credit to the Raptors for somehow blocking out all of the news, all of the reports about these trades, playing as a team, right? There was no animosity that I could see out on the court. Everybody played as a unit. Vintage Raptors, like we said. Ben, let's give the final 2 minutes to the fans.
The final 20 minutes?
The final 2 plus or minus a couple of minutes.
Woo!
Wee 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 beep 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 wee.
That's right. The final alarm has gone off, so we want to hear your guys' takes. And recently we've been talking trades. We have gotten so many trades. You can post them here if you want. We'll react to some of them. But what is your favorite Lowry moment, Norman Powell moment? These guys, talk about these guys' legacy, what you want to see going forward in the chat. We want to hear your takes. We apologize too. I want to say something. We have, I think, 60 odd message requests from people that don't follow us. That's not including the 100 messages we have unread in our inbox on IG. So I apologize if we're slow to respond on the DMs over there. So I just want to say that. I'm prefacing that on the podcast. We'll get to them eventually, but that's a big thing. I think the chat has finally caught up a little bit. Would you say Aaron Baines is greater than Vince Carter, Riker?
No. Guys, give us your best Kyle Lowry moments. No need to spam the chat with anything but that. That's what we want to hear, because let's hold hands virtually. I'll reach out through.
You gotta go forward. Your screen's smaller, bro.
Oh, okay, right.
Closer.
Probably like right here, right there.
Well, this is weird.
Wait, I gotta tilt my arm this way. Okay. Am I holding your hand virtually?
Yeah, we're close.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need to virtually hold hands and say this might be it for Kyle Lowry, who he's brought this Raptors team through a journey. Can we just think about what the Raptors franchise was like prior to Kyle Lowry's introduction? Right? Who was our point guard? Jose Calderon. Right?
I liked Jose.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Jose, but that wasn't a playoff team. That wasn't a championship team. That wasn't a perennial top of the East team. Number 1 team in the East team. 5-time All-Star team. Best friends with DeMar DeRozan team, right? This guy, he's just done so much, so.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks, because for as tough as the Bargnani years were, they were a moment. They were a moment in time. I started gelling my hair in like junior high to look like
Lennis Kleza, Sonny Weems.
Yo, Sonny Weems is the culture. He was like our first viral video, 5K views or something. But
finding Sonny Weems on the streets of Toronto? Was that the one?
No, the original Raptors bromance, DeMar DeRozan and
True.
that's an OG. Go back to our videos in 2017. They're a watch.
They were rough. They were rough.
Not that they're. We got the setup now, but we should be incorporating the chat. Ooh, this chat is popping. Amir Johnson.
There we go. We got a time
Try
now.
for Lowry.
Kyle on the private plane singing Eiley Brothers with the rest of the team. Kyle smiling after beating the Bucks game 6. That makes Yellow Dye number 5 smile every time.
That's
2016 half court
shot
and all-star charges.
You remember he was taking charges in the All-Star game? That was clutch.
That's a Kyle Lowry thing right there,
Yeah.
man. That's vintage Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo, stop spamming Kyle Lowry cry time. It eats up the read. Shout out to 2017 Raptors Digest. Yeah, that's a time.
Who's gonna fight with the refs after Kyle Lowry leaves? That's a good point that somebody brought up.
Reunite with the Claw. We are not sending Kyle Lowry to the Clippers. We gotta stop that. Grange just tweeted. Let us know if that's anything possible. But Game 7.
Put back dunk in an All-Star
in the
game.
All-Star game. That was nice. Game 7 against the Heat. That's an underrated Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan season. Because that was peak trash bros. Like, Reddit, NBA Twitter would always go, oh, trash bros and all that. But DeMar and Lowry had a giant cyst on his elbow, and the guys averaged, I think it was 30-odd points per game in the last 5 games of that series. So that was a big thing. You have something you're smirking at.
No, I'm just reading through. I'm also looking at myself, like on the YouTube screen, how emotionless I am because I'm so focused at reading all of these things. Lowry and Aaron Gordon beef. That can't be your favorite memory. That's hilarious. Photobomb with DeMar. Any post game reaction where DeMar and Kyle Lowry are getting interviewed and then the other like takes the microphone piece or whatever.
I think there was a point where that gif played in our videos at least 10 times a video.
I also like when Lowry and Kawhi Leonard were on the bus at the parade and everybody was chanting 1 more year. And then Kyle Lowry's like, 5 more years, 5 more years. Obviously it didn't work out. His motivation wasn't enough, but just, it was the spirit that counted. I like that.
Do you remember Lowry's first game? First game as a Raptor? Keep playing that.
Kind of do. I was house sitting at the time. And I was house sitting and I was too afraid to turn on their lights. I didn't want to use up their electricity, but they did say that I could have the microwavable meals that were in their freezer. They bought those specially for me. So I heated up one of those stoofers or whatever you call them, sat on the couch, watched Kyle Lowry, thought, man, this guy's great.
Yeah, he put up like 30 something in his first game. That was clutch. Bro, do you remember where we were? You and I were together when Lowry got traded to the Raptors. Do you recall when that trade occurred?
No.
I was grade 7. You were grade 8 at that point. We're in UPEI dormitories. We had Helen Keller's painting on the dorm wall, if you remember that. Bleacher
Were we playing
Report-
was it the Red Rock Classic?
Yeah, it was the
or
Red
a
Rock
different-
Classic in PEI, Prince Edward Island, for everyone that knows. Riker and I were together. We were on the same team. We were on the same development team. We were balling out there. And got the Bleacher Report notification. I think I recall you washing your clothes in like a sink or something with Tide Pods.
Oh man, that's the best way to do it.
Everyone was freaked out because no one washed clothes in grade 7.
Dude, listen, you gotta. That's the ways of the street, baby. You gotta wash your clothes. You don't want to be. There was ladies on that trip, if I remember. You gotta be smelling fresh. You gotta be smelling fresh.
You know, you gotta look good when you're playing some ball.
Now my pickup game was awful. I do remember shouting at a girl, like I just got panicked and I shouted. I blew it big time. I can't remember her
roses
name.
to McDonald's.
Jenny Driscoll, that was her name. I don't know what happened to that
Brad,
girl.
We'll have to put this on Instagram and send it to her.
Well, sorry for shouting at you if she ever hears this podcast. That was my feeble attempt at a pickup. Some sort of
that was
crazy.
tough back then, grade 7. That was a.
Dude, this is Walmart. Walmart pickup lines, Walmart basketball tournaments.
Man,
The good old days.
Lowry's
We can
got
reminisce.
us putting through a trip. He's got us going, man. I gotta put this photo up. Shout out Sean for screenshotting this and sending it over, because he's putting us in our feels, putting us into some OG stuff. I'm gonna read the chat for a little bit. We're going 35 minutes here. People say they like the longer pod, so hope you guys enjoy the rambling, the jokes, the stuff at the end.
They will be obviously more structured after this. It's hard to keep your composure after a game where there's so much happening, so much speculation. Of course, we're typically a little bit more articulate, but you'll have to bear with us. I think people like the memes to an extent, but in a game like this, we have to go all over the place. We have to just high energy.
That wasn't a real apology to Jenny Driscoll from Christopher Fung Riker. Do you wanna give a formal apology on it?
No, I don't. That's all they get.
People are gonna find her Instagram now and just start DMing her this.
I honestly could not tell you what she looks like, what happened to her. I was like 12, what were we, 13 in grade 8. Anyways.
Yeah, it's
Jack Percy just saying Lowry got traded. I don't think so. I think everybody would be in the comment section saying that.
Yeah, but it's the first one. We'll see what happens. Raptors need Precious. 0 points in game 1. That was a tough moment. That was a low point for Lowry's Raptor career, I think. That and the Wizard series. Everyone's quiet. We see Woj bomb here.
I think
we're holding out because
we're
we're hoping we get a live trade.
we want the live. We want the live. But that would be pretty savage. You play out the game and then just trade him as soon as the game is over.
Maybe they told him before, though, you know? Like, maybe they asked. I'm creeping. I'm making sure we're not missing this.
Steven, Tokyo Gamer, I think everybody's punking us now.
I think we're getting punked. Yeah, Steph Curry,
he's
30
just
McFlurry.
Galactus saying he's traded. Rayquaza saying now people are saying they're kidding. They didn't trade him yet. People are trying to troll us. They're trying to ruffle our tail feathers here.
Giggles. Getting the giggles.
We got new people coming in. I thought there was like 100 that left. I was like, this is the natural end. Then 100 more just joined. I guess people want to be part of this, right? It's just like when people from province to province, coast to coast, territories, everybody wanted to be in a dense crowd when they were watching that championship run, because it just felt like they might be able to pull it off. Just like this, but for the separate reason, we want to all feel sad together when the news happens. So, Ben, we've said it already. We might as well let all 517 people know. We will go live. If there is no trade news leading up to the final hour of the deadline, we will go live for that last hour.
Yeah.
We will break it down. We will wait out that final hour together.
Yep.
Saying
And
it right
if
now.
it happens too, we'll probably go live. Because you got an hour tomorrow to just take off, right?
Yeah, I can take that.
Okay, as soon as that happens, I got a couple assignments due at like 5 p.m. tomorrow night, but we're going to spam those out tonight and then in the morning. So if anyone wants to, actually, no, they can use this as evidence. Someone wants to write my AI assignment.
No one wants to write your AI assignment. Final plug, pop into the like section. It actually tremendously helps our channel, and I'm loving the vibes. I'm loving everybody's participation in these videos, so it would help us greatly. Get into the like section. Thank you for that. I don't like plugging it too often. It's a bit weird, but whatever.
But we should, because we did it for about a week and we got the juice. I just threw it up again. We're on the road to 20K subscribers. We got a bunch of people in this chat, so get in there. Get in that like section, subscribe. We'll read a few more of these because we're just hoping that trade happens. We apologize for dragging this out a little bit long. We're trying to have a bit of fun with it. I'm quitting my job if Kyle Lowry gets traded tomorrow. Riker, will you quit your job if Kyle Lowry gets traded tomorrow?
I don't want to admit what my real job is to people. I'm sure if you found me on social media, LinkedIn, whatever, you could figure it out. But it's a nice enough job, so I don't need to quit.
You corporate sellout. Man, no, I'm not.
Right.
People actually want me to send my
Let's
assignment.
wrap it up
I'm
and
not
go to
gonna-
bed. I'd say
Road
somebody's
to-
gonna do it for you.
No, I'm clean with my code. I'm slick with that Python, so I can crank that out. But
And this is the other thing. People don't think we're serious, that we're gonna film our one-on-one. Well, guess what? Newfoundland just went back to level 2, which means we're allowed to do organized physical activity, which means basketball. It's in our near future.
yeah, like you're out of isolation a couple days. People.
2 days.
People trying to check it out. They want to see our ball highlights and stuff, Riker. So
Yeah.
they got to see that game of one-on-ones. I got my high school mixtapes on YouTube. People want to dig those out. Bro, people keep bringing up Jenny. This is going to be tough. This is going to be a thing. man.
All right.
Any chickie poos in Newfoundland looking for Ryker. He's back home.
Yeah. Shout out. If anybody wants to e-transfer me $20, I'll get Tinder Gold and just get ahead of the game.
Will you live stream it? If someone e-transfers you $20,
I'll live stream
will you
myself
live stream
flipping
on the
through.
Raptors Digest account? You swiping through Tinder Gold.
This is one of those podcasts. We're literally just extending this podcast on the off chance Kyle Lowry gets traded, but we'll continue the ramble. This is one of those podcasts where we were making a bid for ESPN or TSN to be like, hey, these guys are legit, great commentary, they're very professional, and then all of a sudden this podcast drops, and we're like,
this could be the biggest one, right? This could be the biggest one. If a trade happens in the next 5 minutes, this is gonna be the biggest one. The Walmart pocket, break my ears.
Shout out. Somebody's saying get back on that Jenny. I shouldn't have even brought that. I honestly haven't thought of her name since literally the last time in 2013 when we were on PEI talking
we were on
to girls.
PEI?
Ben,
we were on that rock.
This is 45 minutes.
Dude,
now.
we gotta ask people if they want us to keep going. If they want some crazy stories.
I go to bed, dude.
It's only 12:30, mate. We can go till 3. Get in the chat, ask the questions. We haven't had a Q&A in like 2 years, Ryker. Should we get a little Q&A going? 5-minute Q&A.
Nah, 2 minutes, a legitimate 2 minutes,
2 minutes?
Then that's
throw
it.
the alarm. Should we bring back the original alarm just for the people here this late?
Josh is texting us, our fantastic writer and now video editor. He runs a segment where he highlights what the Canadian basketball players are doing around the league. We got a plethora of them now. Shea, Lou Dort, Jamal Murray, Andrew Wiggins, and others, Chris Boucher, and others. And he just did a live take to the streets video, blog, vlog, whatever you want to call it. So I highly recommend checking that out. He's texting us now. He's getting on the memes.
He's getting on the memes?
He texted us, Walmart Raptors. I guess he's watching.
Okay. People want stories. That little rant, it got people to say, keep going. Well, it's only 11 p.m. here, or wherever. That chat went way too fast. Right, so ask some questions. We need.
Oh, they only got 1 minute left, man.
No, we didn't even get to you ranted before I got the alarm back. I said we'll get the alarm going.
All right,
right
play
here.
it. It's 2 minute alarm.
I gotta get the volume back for it.
Oh yikes, guys! Take out your headphones. Take them out. Quick.
That's right. We brought back the OG alarm. RIP to headphone users, right? Lowry for Nick Nurse. That's intense. We got a lot of spam going on here. Ryker, would you take Jenny to a date at Walmart? We are from Newfoundland. Someone asked that. Do you want to answer that question, Ryker? You chilling?
I'm just listening to the alarm.
Oh.
That far behind. Drake called Lowry mid-interview. Is that facts? That'd be cool.
Did he? That's
supposedly.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
Is George Street under lockdown? We got that question.
No, it's back up. It's back on the go.
Catch
Saturday.
us down on George this Saturday.
How high can Ryker jump? Less than 2 feet, for sure.
Do you still have that highlight video of you grabbing a 9-foot rim?
I wish. I dunked on a 9-foot net. That was the prime of my life. My jumper, I don't even elevate. It's just very like tippy toes, boom, up. But it's quick.
Yeah, you got that. You got that smooth. Like you got that like right the forehead, like clean looking thing. I got the quick trigger from the side.
Hey, you're pretty nice. Yours is almost a little on the shoulder. I find.
Yeah, it's like on the side. It's a bit lower because Baz said it was good. Blair tried to get it higher and messed it all up. So then I just went back to my grade 7 form. Started shooting.
We're getting spam. Tyler Hero for Riker's perm. It's not a perm. That's almost a compliment because my hair is natural, baby. I got those natural locks.
Right, getting that WebMD, those WebMD locks.
That's right.
And get those
all
looks.
Right. This is getting ridiculous, man. I'm going to bed. Let's sign it off. You finish it off with some closing remarks, and let's go to bed on the thoughts of I don't know what people want.
This chat is absolutely insane right now, Ryker. I don't know how you wanna dip on from this.
They want to know how tall we are, Ben.
6'5", 6'12". Yeah.
Ben's 7 foot. I'm a measly 4'8", but that's it.
Kobe, I'm keeping you on here,
Oh,
bro.
this is an interesting one.
Yep.
So it says, Richard Persaud said, are you guys on your university teams? Now, I never played varsity because I'm not very good, but I went to Chile in South America and I made their varsity team. And we played the Chile Naval, like the Navy SEALs equivalent, like the military college team. And I had been getting decent minutes off the bench, but I was pretty hot this game, and I hit a game winner. I had a game winner playing varsity in Chile in South America. Highlight of my life, man. That was
crazy that you got to do that, man. That was
yeah.
We're hot in intramurals though. I'm not on McGill's varsity team. It's not my wave. I'm a CS guy. I do podcasts. And to be fair, I did an exposure camp in high school, and they said I could make a D3 roster in the States. That's what they said. Mud Puddle, Tennessee was calling, so it is what it is. I do have
Mud Puddle?
Mud Puddle, Tennessee. So they said to try out for the team. They saw the mixtape, so I was like, no. But intramurals, the pre-pandemic, I was averaging 32 a game in intramurals. So like the upper McGill intramural league. So that was pretty cool. Plug in these things.
So, listen. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that there's still 450 viewers this late in the game. Ben, let's sign it off. One final plug. Pop into the like section.
I'm creeping Twitter.
Creep Twitter one last time. If we do catch Lowry on a trade, that's pretty lit. I don't think it's going to happen. I hope we're not awakened before our natural time to wake up, to get ready, to get productive, to go to work with news that Norm Powell's been traded for less than his value. It is what it is. Ben,
yeah,
wrap us up.
Yeah, you guys are the best to make this far, especially on this podcast here tonight. We've rambled on. We tried to extend it out to get Kyle Lowry a live reaction, but it is what it is. You guys are the best to make this far. Check out the Twitter, the Instagram, all the cool stuff. Check out raptorsdigest.ca for all of the coolest articles. We got one posted regarding the Raptors 9-game losing streak, so check that out. And again, Raptors Digest TikTok, it is popping. It is the spot to be. The hip kids are all in the Raptors Digest TikTok, so get over there and check that out. Ryker, do you have any last words on this wild podcast?
It's been a pleasure, guys. Again, appreciate the engagement from the comment section. This just makes it more fun for Ben and I to involve you guys. So shout out to you guys, and that's it. Cheers.